Alright, this is a quick video. I'm making a drawer for my workbench. I decided that since I'm going to be embarking on this big job of building a dressing room with some real quality and high cost woods, I should take a practice run and make a drawer out here in my garage. So that's what I did. Real quickly go over the materials and the parts that I used, how I put it together. It's pretty simple. A little frustrating not knowing what I'm doing and having to figure it out as I go, but it's pretty much done. So hopefully soon I'll be able to clear off this bench, get some stuff in it, give me a little organization, maybe make some nice cutouts for things so they're not all over the place, figure out what's tall enough, what's too tall. We'll get it together. So what I did is I used some woods. Well, if you could call this wood, this is floor underlayment. I got it because I wanted it for out here, and I figured it was about the cheapest stuff they had that I could find in a 3/4 inch, which is what I would want to use. It's what I'm going to be working with in the oak. Some standard underlayment. $10 a sheet for this. About $22 a sheet for the underlayment, and a little bit of glue. Carpenter's wood glue. I have no idea where this came from. It's been in one of my workbenches for years. I don't recall buying it, but hey, I got it. I used some biscuits, plate joining biscuits. Don't know that I needed to use them on this one. I could have used it, done some other things, but since I'm going to be using biscuits upstairs, I decided to try them out, see how they worked. My biscuit cutter's not here yet, so I use my table saw to cut the biscuit slots. I'll talk about that in just a minute. And as far as materials go, I think that's about it. As far as tools, my cordless impact, I use that over my cordless screwdriver. Some guy said you use this, you'll never use your screwdriver again. I went out and bought one. It was right on. My circular saw, which what I just did was I just laid a piece of wood on the wood I needed to cut, used the guide to cut my lengthwise pieces. A miter saw for my shorter cuts, and then a table saw in the back. I used a table saw again to cut the biscuit joints, and that's about all I used it for. I couldn't use really the table saw to cut the large piece of wood because I did this by myself. This stuff's extremely heavy. These two 90-inch pieces and these two 24-inch pieces I got on the scale because of the brackets. I wanted to see how much they weighed. These are rated for 100 pounds. I wanted to know what I'd be able to put in the drawer once it was done. And these 4 pieces weigh close to 30 pounds. This is very heavy wood, very hard to work with. Very hard even to move a sheet. But we got it together. So what I did was I took all my measurements, wrote everything down, took the length of the drawer, of the space for the drawer, added up the combined measurements of the drawer slides, which are a 1/2 inch each in total, 3/4 inch on each side. So I subtracted that from the length, gave me my dimension for the width, the depth, pretty much followed suit. Still have my vacuum in here. I mentioned before my wife was smart enough to get us to have a central vac system. It's great having this in the garage. It's great for projects like this. It's great when I bring my car home from the beach. I can vacuum it out. I don't have to go to a car wash, throw away quarters. So, started out cutting the wood pieces. Once I got the wood pieces cut, I made a groove for the drawer bottom in the sides. This I also used the table saw for. Very easy. Got the height I wanted, set the guide, ran the pieces down, needed to be a little bit wider, moved it over, did it again. Biscuits, same way. My biscuit cutter's not here yet. My Bosch power planer came today. My biscuit cutter will probably come here tomorrow. And I just wanted to use them, so I did the same thing with my saw. set the blade where I want it, made a mark. I laid a piece of masking tape down on the saw, made a mark where I wanted to cut the biscuit, and just matched up the marks. Easy enough. Didn't need to do all that, just wanted to use some biscuits to try it out. Cut the underlayment to fit, measured the drawer, inside, added the depth of the cuts, boom, done. Once all these pieces are together, or once all these pieces are done, I've tried to do the assembly. This floor underlayment falls apart real easy, this particle stuff. No big deal. This is a garage workbench drawer. I'll probably put a facing on this just to practice making and doing some facing work. Again, for my upstairs project. Make my mistakes out here, no big deal. So, that was pretty much it. Putting it together. Getting these slides, pretty easy. They attach with a few screws. I just had wood on either side here. So I attached a piece of wood on either side so I could rent more screws. I figured if it was just 2 screws, it might not have that same 100-pound capacity that it had with the 5 screws it's supposed to have. A little work adjusting, getting them where I wanted them to be, but the drawer slides in and out. It's a full extension drawer, which is important in this type of environment. You know, the garage, you want full extension. Stuff be in the back, you don't want to have to dig to get to it. This way, everything's out when I pull the drawer. I can see everything I have. Beyond that, didn't have clamps for the job, which I'm going to have to buy some clamps because my drawers are going to be 24 inches wide upstairs. So I'm going to have clamps, but just nothing that big. So for this, I kind of came up with a neat little solution to my problem, being that this is in my garage, and it didn't matter if I had some couple extra holes. What I did is I put a couple of eye hooks on the inside, and I did it 3 different times, and then I just attached these straps and ratcheted them tight. Now I have something that's really tight here to hold it while the glue sets. I'm going to have a really firm drawer, and the bottom, I'm not going to have to worry about the bottom coming out when I load it up. If that does occur, I have plenty of space down here, and I'll be able to put some boards, some support boards underneath. Basically, I'll probably just take strips of this, maybe about 1 inch thick, the length of the inside of the drawer, and just run, I don't know, perhaps it'd be called stringer supports. But that's pretty much it. My drawer's together, it slides, it opens, full extension, and I'm pretty happy. I hope you enjoyed my brief drawer building video, and as always, I hope you have a great day.